I don't know what's happening, guys.
Your
Um,
beard was wet.
okay, so it's like first full day in Singapore, which not really, like we arrived very early in the morning yesterday, but I finally feel like a whole person again, which is great because we got an awesome night's rest. We actually went to bed super duper early, got up super duper early, both hit the gym. Gym facilities here are very nice. Everything at the hotel gym is very, very accommodating and super duper luxurious. Still getting used to this new weird haircut. I don't know what to do with it. Like that one piece right there, it's just driving me nuts.
You look good.
Okay, thank you. So we're heading to breakfast right now, where I think we're gonna meet up with some of the other Nerfers again, and then at 10:30 we've got just a whole day packed with the JetX guys. I'm really looking forward to that, and I brought, hopefully, you guys in the States will approve, but I brought a gift for Heng and for Jason of JetX because I wanted them to have a little taste of the States. So I tried to get the best bourbon that I could afford, but could also legally bring into the country. So I had to get smaller bottles. Hopefully they don't mind. Let's hit breakfast. But the view in our hotel room is just like really, really great. I know it doesn't look like too much, but it's like a future city, right? So this is what it looks like, and there's just a very different style of architecture here. Like this building has bevels all over it, which is really, really weird to me. It looks like the entire building was 3D printed. And then down this way is the bay, and you can barely see it right there, but I am so very, very excited to visit this. This is the Mariana Bay Sands. It's the most luxurious resort casino in the world. I'm quite positive that I won't be able to make minimum bets at any of the tables, but I have to see it. Some part of me has to know what like the greatest casino in the world looks like. And that's what it looks like from miles away. So we'll see. So I'll admit, coming to Singapore, I was a little bit worried because everything's supposed to be so expensive in Singapore, and it is. I was like, this is gonna be tough. But JetX just deserves to be thanked again and again and again in these vlogs, but they paid for us to have breakfast every morning at our hotel, and I can't actually capture like what this is. Like in the States, continental breakfast is small. It's like Danishes and maybe some grits and maybe some bacon, right, and cereal. But in Greece, continental breakfast is usually like some sort of toast and maybe scrambled eggs and yogurts most of the time, like also very light when you're staying at hotels. Here, continental breakfast is all meals of all days that you could possibly want. So like this is like American continental breakfast. It's pastries, it's Danishes, it's stuff to make PB&Js. Over here is actually David and his lovely family, but also an entire Indonesian and Thai and Singaporean breakfast, which is like everything from prawn rolls to curries and whatnot, like things that I would have for dinner. And then there's an entire omelet bar where you can get scrambled or fried eggs, and then multiple different magical coffee machines,
And cereal bars.
and a cereal bar, and a fruit bar, and pineapple and fruits that I don't recognize. They have dragon fruit, which I'm gonna have to try on a day that we're not super duper busy. But I started this vlog segment to mention this. Why are the bananas tiny here? It's my only question. Why tiny bananas? No, breakfast is gonna be great. I got an omelet. Oh, it's so sweet. Also, they have the McDonald's potato cakes. I don't know anything else to call them, but they have the triangular McDonald's potato cakes. Maybe they've got a deal. So we found a Singaporean vending machine in our hotel, and it has, lo and behold, like my favorite treat of all time is Coca-Cola, and I can't wait to find out what. Woo! They come in cans, not bottles, but it's carpeted in the bottom. And this is what a Coca-Cola looks like here. It's not a 12-ounce can, it's 330 milliliters. I can't do that conversion in my head, sorry guys. Oh wait, but I know how I could. If it tells me there's one can per serving size and the amount of calories in it are 139, that means that it's about
It's a little over.
5/8 of a regular can of Coke, so it's like the perfect size. It's like a Euro Coke, but bigger. It's always been my big problem, is that a full-sized United States Coke is usually too much, and the miniature Euro Cokes are usually not enough. So this
Right in
is so
between.
cool. I actually don't want it right now because we just had breakfast, but the joys of Coca-Cola. We have a fridge in our room though, so I can hide it and save it for later when I'm modding. So we just finished up the reviewer conference, and these are all the awesome people that we're doing that with. And then Chris is down here zeroing in new Explorer blasters. We've also got Hing and Jason, Draculina, and I think Shani's hiding. She's back there. She's so sneaky. So we are taking a tour of Singapore, and we're doing that on a refurbed military boat. It's an amphibious vehicle. That is so very cool. Very, very neat. I'm so excited. And we've got the whole crew for it as well.
Did you want to come to the Lion King? This is Asia. Lions don't come from this part of the world. Then why are we called the Lion City? I will tell you the story later. The total land area is 719 square kilometers, and some of you are in the wet seats. We will find out later which are the wet seats. Are you ready?
I'm glad I wore shorts, guys.
Let's go! You can scream, huh? But please grab onto something. 3. Oh, look outside. Lean back. 2. Oh, my goodness. Congratulations! Welcome into the water. We hope you like that little splash. It's free of charge. Opening hours 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Feature plans, Venus flytrap, on the floor laser show. Twice a night at 8 and 9:30 p.m. Right in front of this body of water.
This is like a shipping area, like something like that. We're actually meeting a guy to get parts so that we can make our X-Mando blaster, and as weird as it is, you walk right through here, a little bit of industrial stuff, and now all of a sudden I'm in like a cafe sort of thing. It's just really, really weird. So this is apparently a good place to meet our contact who has a bunch of different parts from Artifact for us. So we might be building an Artifact X Zeus 2.0, and then somewhere we've got to find automotive paint. It's going to be really, really tricky to pull this all together in time, but I think that we can make it happen. So long shots aren't being sold in Singapore anymore, so the only way that we could get the parts that we needed was to meet up here with our secret source, and these are like actual retail boxes. So he had plenty of long shots from his personal supply, and it's a lot like if you needed a blaster in the States, you could come to my workshop, and I have a storage room full of blasters. But in addition to that, I got just like this really, really special package from Enoch, who's the distributor from Artifact in Singapore, and it's got some really special stuff inside, guys. I can't wait to make videos about some of this stuff. It's got the auto pusher mechanism for a Strife. I saw a clear foregrip for, I think, either an X Zeus or a long shot that's very special. Joe is actually teasing me about it. He thinks it's really cool. And then it looks like there might be something for a hammer shot in there that's going to be spicy times. So can't wait to get back to the hotel. Can't wait to get to work. Can't wait to show you guys what we're playing with here. It should be really, really cool. Our ride to dinner is the whole crew's in here, but we also have a disco ball and subwoofers and a dance area built into the van that we're riding in, because this experience wasn't luxurious enough. Now we're on a disco bus. So our lovely host Shani brought us to a very unique restaurant in Singapore where we're actually on a boat, and we're on a boat on the river. This is the Singapore River. It's one of the ones that connects the bays, I believe. And we're sitting down for like a super special dinner where we're doing hot rocks. So like similar to what happens in Ohio when we cook wild game, we're gonna be doing that with very, very expensive meat actually. So for the first time in my life, I get to try WAYGU beef, which I've dreamed about before, and I'm so very, very excited. I'm also trying Tiger beer, which is the national beer of Singapore. It's supposed to be very good, but also strong. I don't know how strong it is. I guess I'll find out. I just signed a ton of photos for Joe's kids, so shout out to you, Joe's kids. Nerf on, much love. I'm just happy to be here. It's really an island paradise. It's crazy. I've never been more excited to eat a steak in my entire life. So as cool as this looked during the day at the duck tour, Hing actually brought us out to party, and now we're back at the Marina Bay, and looks pretty insane at night. Like, oh Hing, there you go. Camera's in reverse. Ah! No, the skyline is insane. The casino resort is really cool. the giant Ferris wheel. What are they called? Ferris wheel. The eye is actually, it looks very small from here, but it's remarkably high. Very, very cool. So we are still out partying with Hang of Explorer, and we found the Merlion. Not just any Merlion, but the Merlion. And I can focus in on it and then out. I had no idea I could do that for the longest time. That's a new trick for me, but the Asians taught me. Oh. These are much less popular, much less appreciated. This is the big Merlion over here.
The big roar.
And this is the baby Merlion. You want to take a photo with the baby Merlion? You've got to make the Merlion face though. It's because he's drowning, he's got to spit up the water. Alright, so this is probably where the evening winds down, but Hing took us to a hill. Singapore has no real topography, so this is as close as it gets. It's like his version of Lookout Point. It's a hill that overlooks the city. It's pretty cool. And then what's really neat is, and this is kind of like a little fun fact, but the way that I see the world is through points of light, more or less. So hopefully you can see the trees are laced with EL wire up here. It's really, really neat. I don't think you're going to be able to see it on camera, but it's super duper surreal. I guess you'll have to visit Singapore. How about that, guys?